Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Baseball Diaries again. It's been a while again. However,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is
a lot, a lot of stuff going on. Welcome back to all three listeners.
Yeah, all three of them, including you, me, and who knows? Who knows?
The one random guy in Switzerland.
Yeah, the one random guy in Switzerland who is our big follower.
Apparently so. So this will be our AL predictions episode. We will release an NL one maybe 2 days from now, something like that.
Hopefully.
And then whatever we get to eventually. However, so starting this off, we are going to start with the AL East. However, let's just get this out of the way. The Detroit Tigers are winning the AL Central. We said this last year. It's definitely happening this year.
You know what? We were wrong, yes. But I'll take it. We were wrong last year. But fuck, did we make a bold prediction that panned out nicely?
Yes.
They knocked out the Astros last year. They made the playoffs when nobody thought they were going to make the playoffs.
They had a 0.1% chance in August.
Yeah. And we both wanted them we both wanted Scooble to win the Cy Young. And that motherfucker won the Cy Young and the Triple Crown.
He did.
What?
He was insane. Absolutely nuts.
Yeah. We were both like, you know what, this guy could do it. This guy, and fuck, we hit the nail right on the fucking head.
Yeah.
And they got better this year. So.
They did get better, which is really good. I mean,
yes.
that team did exactly what the Mariners didn't do. Spend money, improve.
I mean, they didn't make a huge splash, but they did enough to where it's okay, they can reasonably win the Central. But are they surefire they're gonna win the Central? No. They needed to make a bigger splash than that.
But
the Guardians and then also the Royals. The Royals aren't bad either.
Yeah, I mean, and I think once we get to playoff predictions, I would assume that it will depend on order, but I do think that both you and I will probably have 3 AL Central teams making the playoffs.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to take a deep dive.
Well, with that being said, let's get into the East because this division is supposed to be the best.
All of the AL, all AL is all different tiers of mid at this point. I shouldn't say all different tiers of mid, and then just some tier where you're what the fuck are you doing?
Like that Moneyball quote.
Yeah.
50 feet of dog shit.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah. That's the White Sox.
Yes, that is the White Sox, who are looking to break another record and lose the most games again.
Yes. Yeah, it's not looking good for them. Not looking good.
So I guess probably we should start with who we think is finishing last in the AL East.
The East? Yeah. Oh, this is not as easy as I thought it would be.
No, it really isn't.
Because, reasonably, every single team could, mix in, honestly, up to second place. I think there's 3 teams that could win it. I think there's 3 teams that could win the AL East.
I'd agree.
And then I think, past that, you're the Rays could get second place. If the Rays got second place, I would not be shocked. I'd be well, they're the fucking Rays. What do you expect? They put the devil magic back on, and
they flipped the switch.
Yeah. If the Blue Jays got second place, I would be shocked. Yes, I'd be very shocked.
I would be surprised, but I could see
a path.
Yeah.
I could see that path. Alejandro Kirk figures it the fuck out. Bo Bichette comes back and is back to normal. Kevin Gausman figures it back out. Jose Barrios has a good year. You could.
There are
paths
for every team.
There is.
I think the biggest question mark on pretty much every single team here, except for one, is their pitching staff. Well, you could argue too.
Starting pitching.
Yeah, starting.
Who are you saying has the clear good pitching staff? I guess
the Rays.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I would say they have a good. And also that's just because they're the Rays. They always have a good pitching staff.
Yes.
You're just
well, it does also depend a lot on McClanahan staying healthy the whole year.
It does 100%.
Drew Rasmussen could have a bounce back year.
Yeah.
They're apparently expecting a lot out of Shane Baz. So we'll see how that works out.
And when you say good pitching staff, I feel that's a relative term because I feel if this team was in the AL, we'd be that's a mid-tier pitching staff.
Yeah.
At best.
Well, that's because all right, so you put the Rays in the NL and it's
They got to compete with now the Dodgers, the Phillies, the Braves. Like, we got the Padres, the Giants, the Diamondbacks. Like, all those teams have
like
good
those
pitching
guys
staffs.
run like 4 or 5 starters deep that could easily be a 2 or a 3.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Like, Luzardo's the 5 on the Phillies, and if you put him on the Rays, he's probably there too.
Roki Sasaki is the 5 on the fucking Dodgers.
Yeah, that one makes no sense. That's like,
or go to the Diamondbacks. The 5 is who? Erod?
Yeah, I think it's Erod.
You're like, what the?
Who I do think is probably regretting leaving Detroit now.
Yeah, true. But I don't know if he is.
At the time, it made sense. Well, because
the Diamondbacks are still good. The Diamondbacks are still really good.
But now you're competing against the Dodgers.
That's the issue. Is you got to deal with the Dodgers.
Because if you again, we've already said Tigers are winning the Central, but like if you add Erod to that rotation, like
yeah, you had. I mean, Erod is a 3, 4 even, because we've already said Jackson Jobe is fucking nasty.
Oh, he's wicked.
We're not going to say that prediction yet.
No, we're not going to say that prediction.
But
we are on the same page.
He is fucking disgusting.
Oh, he's so gross.
Back to the AL East. Like, it's so hard to say who's going to be last. I think it's between 2 teams, though. I think it's between 2 teams.
And the thing is, the records on these teams is probably not going to be that bad for any of them.
No,
they're all probably going to. It's going to be like, if you win a game here or there, you make the playoffs.
Like they're all. I think all from first to fifth place between 76 and 85 games. Let's go 76 and 90 games. All of them.
Yeah.
Between first and fifth. That's
like
it.
All of them have the potential to win 90 technically.
Yeah. I'd say minus the Blue Jays and the Reds. I'd say between the Blue Jays and the Reds, I don't see them winning over.
I don't see them winning 90. I don't see either of them winning 87.
But also
it wouldn't.
But it could happen.
Exactly. That's why this division is so hard to predict.
It's so weird.
It's not so great that you're like, oh my god, everyone is so good. You're like, everyone has a chance.
Yeah, it's like we got to see what happens. Like it's like
because the Yankees are already done pitching staff wise. Garrett Cole's dead.
That's why I'm like the Yankees are not winning the division. Like in my opinion, they're just not.
I don't think so.
Like, and do I think the Yankees finish 5th? No, I don't. And I don't think they finish 5th. I think it's more likely they win the division than they finish 5th. Like I
agree. I think it's more likely that they win the division than they finish 5th. But I also wouldn't be shocked if they miss the playoffs because they're missing Cole.
And I agree with that completely, too. That's why I'm like, this division is hard to predict.
Because I don't know who I want to put last.
I don't either. I'm between 2 teams.
I absolutely hate the Orioles staff. Like
their staff is atrocious.
So it's terrible. But I don't want to put them last because their lineup is nuts.
Zach Eflin's your 1.
Yeah,
Zach Eflin's the Orioles 1. Like you start there and you're like, come on. Like you can't have Zach Eflin. I guess Grayrod's technically your 1, but Grayrod's hurt already.
And you don't have Bradish.
And I don't trust Grayrod either. Like I
don't trust Grayrod either.
Like if he was their 4, I'd feel very comfortable with that. He's not. He's your ace.
And he's not an ace.
No, he's not an ace.
He's supposed to be an ace based on his projections, but he's not an ace.
He hasn't shown it. If you haven't shown it, you can't tell me you're an ace. All right. Who are you going 5th?
I don't want to do it because they're going to prove me wrong, but I'm going to put the Rays.
You're going the Rays.
I don't trust
You're going the Rays.
I don't trust the lineup enough.
I don't either.
I like the pitching staff, but the lineup is god awful. I mean, terrible. They got rid of Jose Siri and Isak Paredes.
But
they got rid of Isak Paredes last year.
But it's so hard to say with the Rays because it's like every time you count them out, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna win 95 games. And you're like, how the fuck did you win 95 games?
Yeah.
How? Like,
but we counted them out last year, and
for once we were right. Like,
yeah.
Actually, that's not true. I didn't count them out completely. You did.
I counted them out completely. You still had that inkling of belief where I was like, ugh.
Well, it's so hard.
Like, technically, they got better by getting McClanahan back.
Yeah,
but everything else sucks. Like, everything else sucks.
But it's just how that team, like, it's just the Rays in general. I mean,
they're not even playing in a real stadium. Like,
I mean, but that could be better for them. That could honestly be better. Like, that's just more black magic for them. Like,
yeah, I mean, like,
watch. The Rays are going to win the fucking division with, like, 102 wins this year. And, like, we're going to be like, how the fuck did they do that not having their own fucking stadium?
They also just canceled the plans to build one in St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
So, Tampa Bay Rays get ready to learn Nashville, Tennessee.
And you know what their pitching staff is now? I forgot
it's really
how
good.
nasty it is.
It's really good.
McClanahan, Rasmussen, Zach Littell, Ryan Pepio, Taj Bradley, Shane Baz. That's 6 good starters.
It is 6 good starters. But the thing is,
I mean, even Ryan Pepio last year was good.
Ryan Pepio is good. And I do like Taj Bradley, and I'm sneaky. I like Shane Baz. But I'm also like, who the hell is going to score runs for you? Like, actually.
I mean, like, Yandy Diaz could have a bounce back. Brandon Lowe's good.
Brandon Lowe. Hurt every single year at the same time. You could pencil that in right now. I'd be like, all right, so around...
Okay, I did like the Junior Caminario signing. That was good.
I did like that one, yes.
Christopher Morel, I don't like. I don't like that one.
Okay.
Ha-Seong Kim?
Yes, I agree.
Defensively, I like Ha-Seong Kim.
Oh, yeah. I'm really thinking about this now because I don't... You know what?
Josh Lowe and Wright? They got the Lowe brothers. They got Brennan and Josh Lowe.
No. Those ones are not related.
I know they're not. Yeah. I was just...
Yeah, Lau and Lowe.
Yeah.
But Brandon Lau is going to get hurt. Like, he might pop 30 homers.
Eloy's on the team. Eloy's 250 fucking pounds. Yeah.
Damn, he got fat.
But he is 6'4". He's tall.
Oh, okay, so it's like, it's spread out. Never mind.
Yeah.
I apologize, Eloy.
250 is a big boy.
That's a big man. He better only be DHing.
Oh, yeah, they got him DHing.
Imagine they stuck him in center field.
Put him anywhere in a position, and we remember what happens to him.
He's like
the guy.
Marcel.
Yeah, except for he gets hurt every time he plays a position.
Yes.
And then you see why he gets hurt, because you see him play the outfield, and you're like, fuck, oh, God. And then he dies.
Yeah. It's not good. If they stuck him in any of the outfield slots, I'd be like,
God.
you know what? I really don't want to put him last.
They got Garrett Clevenger in the bullpen. They got Pete Fairbanks. Oh, Uceta. Oh, man. Fuck. It's hard.
Because, I feel like...
And none of these names are, huge.
They're one, hot streak away from running away with this division.
That's what I'm saying. Look, none of those names are, eye-popping where you're like, oh, other than, Shane McClanahan.
Fuck it. I'm changing my prediction. They're winning it. They're winning
the division?
Yeah. They're winning it.
Wait, are you serious?
Blue Jays are last. I'm being dead serious. The Blue Jays
are last. Blue Jays are last. Are you serious that you're calling the Rays to win the division?
Last year was too good. Them not being good was too good. It's not happening this year. They might win 102 games. You are right. They might somehow do that. And dude, 6 good.
Are you really going to put them to win the division?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I feel like you could pick anyone to win the division, and you could explain it.
I don't disagree.
I mean, I can't.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
I can't pick the Orioles this year.
I'm not picking the Orioles to win it. I'm not either.
I can't pick the Yankees to win without Garrett Cole.
I'm not picking them either.
And
I'm gonna agree with.
You don't want to agree with me, but you do.
Well, I'm going to agree with you that Blue Jays are bottoming out the division because I just think they need a lot to bounce. They need too much to go right, in my opinion. They need a lot of bounce backs.
They need a lot of
is
return to form.
Exactly. It's possible, but I just don't.
It's not probable.
It would just need it. I mean, they did add Anthony Santander though.
I do like the Santander move, but again, you need so much to go to.
Andres Jimenez, I like him defensively. Terrible hitter, but great defensively. But like, you need Alejandro Kirk to figure it out. Like
you do, because you don't have another option at catcher.
No, and like when Kirk was good, the dude hit everything. He was one of the best hitters, best hitting catchers in baseball for a year.
He was, and the thing is, well, he couldn't leg out any doubles. Like
true, no, that guy's not legging anything out.
No, but
the only thing he's legging is maybe turkey legs. Like
he's definitely legging some turkey legs. Like he's the guy that comes over to your Thanksgiving dinner and he cheeks both the legs, and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
And he eats all your sweet potatoes.
Oh yeah, all the sweet potatoes are gone.
The guy's a sweet potato.
And he walks out with like 3 plates.
Yes, and he probably goes back for seconds on all 3.
Oh yeah. And then and then they got a third that Ernie Clement. That doesn't make any that doesn't do anything for me. Bo Bichette needs, like, for the Blue Jays to go. Bo Bichette needs a bounce back, and not just like a to league average. No, he needs like back to Bo Bichette 2 years ago where he had an 830 OPS,
like a top 5 shortstop.
Exactly. Then they got George Springer. George Springer needs to stay healthy all season. I just don't see that.
I don't see it either. I like Dalton Varsho, but I don't like him that much if George Springer's hurt all year and playing like he did last year. That's not good enough.
And then Anthony Santander. I mean, gonna hit a lot of tanks, but like, that's all he's gonna do.
They have nice corner outfield pieces,
and they got Vladdy. Like,
yeah,
and I think Vladdy also sees the writing on the wall, because you heard that he turned down that $500 million option.
Yeah,
or not option, but offer from the Blue Jays to extend him. I think that's because Vladdy sees the writing on the wall that they're not in a position to win in the next 5 years.
Yes. I think he sees. If you're thinking about it, aside from like the fact that pretty much every team in this division has question marks on their pitching staff except for the Rays, the Blue Jays outside of Berrios and like Gausman's like.
I wouldn't even say that. I'd say honestly the biggest what you're going to get.
Gausman, you also need him to have a bounce back year because he wasn't good last year.
A massive one. Like
he used to have the best splitter in baseball, and now it's just kind of like eh.
Yeah, and I mean Chris Bassett had a bad year last year.
Chris Bassett isn't changing. I like Chris Bassett as a human, but like he's not changing.
I mean, and Chris Bassett, he's no spring chicken. I mean, he's entering his age 36 season,
and his fastball's not going to get any faster.
No, and even when he was at his best, when Chris Bassett was at his best in Oakland, he was a fine pitcher, like a good pitcher, but he's not returning to that form. Like
he's not getting younger. And like Bowden Francis looked good last year.
I do like that. I do like Bowden Francis.
Like him, but do we count on him to have the exact same year?
No, and then it's like they signed Max Scherzer, and it's like, what are we getting from Max Scherzer? Like,
yeah, it's like the staff is old,
and I like them picking up Jeff Hoffman. Like, they've got some guys. Yimi Garcia's nasty. Like,
I do like them.
Ryan Yarbrough. I didn't even know he was still playing.
I didn't know he was still playing either. Actually,
Chad
like
Green.
an 87-mile-an-hour fastball.
Maybe if it's a good day.
If the roof is open and the sun's out.
Yeah. I agree with the Blue Jays in last, and I think Vladdy is on the same page as us, where it's like writing is on the wall. Because I mean, if like last year we said, okay, the window is closing, and then I think last year the window slammed shut. Like,
yeah, I agree. I think the window.
I don't think it's locked though. I don't think it's locked.
No,
I think it's unlocked because I think like. If everything goes right, like every single piece has a bounce back year, that team could win the division.
And we're going to say that about every team in this division too. Like we all.
I disagree. There's one team where I'm going to disagree with that.
The Yankees?
Nope.
The Sox?
The Sox. The Sox, I think, are the most complete team in the division.
Agree.
I think they have the most.
I wanted to pick them to win it.
Potential upside.
I agree.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm picking them to win it.
Dude, Jared's gonna come on here and kiss you on the mouth. I wanted to pick them to win it, but there's just enough to like about the Rays where I'm like, last year there's no way that same exact bit of finally the deal with the devil broke. No, that devil magic is coming back next year because I think their right field wall is like 305.
You're going Rays winning it? That's a ballsy choice.
No, I'm going to take them second. Because I do like the Sox to win it. I actually do like the Sox to win it.
I think they're the most complete team.
They definitely are.
Because, I mean, they had a good team.
It also depends on if they start infighting, because that clubhouse looks a little toxic right now because of Raffy.
I think it's blown over.
Be fine.
I think it's already blown over. I think the people were saying I think Raffy accidentally opened his mouth to somebody because people were like he was talking about possibly demanding a trade. I think somebody in his inner circle leaked that, and a reporter took it and was like, clickbait.
Yeah.
So like, was he upset that he's not going to play third base anymore? I'm sure he was. I'm sure no player in the MLB is like, oh yeah, I want my spots.
Him not playing third makes that team a whole lot better.
So much better.
Because it's like he's led the AL in errors the last 3 seasons.
3 years, I believe. Yeah.
And now you have perennial Gold Glover Alex Bregman over there.
Yep.
That team is solid.
And then that opens up at second base. They're talking about bringing
is it Roman?
I mean, no. Right now they have David Hamilton, which I don't. They have
love
Vaughn Grissom, and they have Vaughn Grissom for second. But like, they could potentially bring up Roman.
They have 2 good shortstops in their system that they could bring up and play in second and short. Roman Anthony and Marcelo Meyer, I would like them to bring them with them. That would be a solid young middle infield defense, pretty good hitting wise, because David Hamilton, you kind of know what you're going to get. He would be a good bench piece. He's a good bench piece. But I don't want him as my everyday shortstop.
But I mean, and that team, the Red Sox, they brought in a lot. They brought in a lot. They brought in Garrett Crochet, which a lot of people are picking him to win the Cy Young this year. Newsflash, I'm not. I'm not picking just because I haven't seen it for 162. I have not seen.
That was his first year starting, so
yeah, this is his first year starting.
Durability will be a question.
Led all of baseball in Ks per 9. He's got nasty shit. It's just I got to see it over 32 starts, 30 starts, 28 starts, something like that. I need to see that.
I want longevity out of him.
Exactly. And that's not I'm not knocking him by any means. It's just
I think he's great.
I got to see it.
I do think he is great.
But then they also added Walker Buehler. I'm buying on Walker Buehler.
Also, I am just getting this out here. Walker Buehler looks great in that uniform.
That's what I'm saying.
He looks great in that uniform.
I forgot he was a Dodger. I forgot it.
Dude, also the high socks thing. I love that look on him. Yep. I think it works. Yep. Just roll with that, dude. Because his stuff has always been good, but now it's it's popping again.
And it looks like Walker Buehler. I mean, and people are forgetting that Walker Buehler was nasty in the fucking playoffs last year.
Closed the World Series out.
Mm-hmm. He was nasty in the playoffs. People are forgetting what Walker Buehler used to be. I get it. He went through TJ, and he had a terrible start to last year. And basically all of last season was tough. But for some people, it takes time to come back from that. But you look at Walker Buehler, prime Walker Buehler, you're looking at a guy who was 4th in Cy Young voting in 2021. Yeah. 207 innings, highest ERA plus in all of baseball, a 2.47 ERA. This guy, sneaky. I'm not going to say I'm not predicting this, but could he get Cy Young votes this year? Yeah. I think he does. I think he does get Cy Young votes.
I wouldn't be shocked if he gets a couple. I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be but also if he came out and
was top 5,
I wouldn't be that shocked either.
You're also in the AL. There's less competition.
Yep.
So and then after that you get to what? There 3?
Giolito's back too.
How and
Brian Bayo, Cutter Crawford. Like, Cooper Criswell, like, it's not. I don't. And then they also got back Liam Hendricks. Yeah. And then in the bullpen, they got back Liam Hendricks. They added a person, a left-handed pitcher that throws hard. He throws very hard. And I don't want to say anything bad about him because I don't want to die.
It's fair.
But he is a good reliever. Garrett Whitlock, like they're
Whitlock moving back to the bullpen will definitely be better for him because
completely.
His velocity, like obviously he has to, when he was starting, he had to lengthen himself out. Now just go out there and let your fastball eat, dude. Like, please.
Yep. And then, like, in the lineup, they got Connor Wong, Tristan Casas, David Hamilton, Alex Bregman, Trevor Story, Jaron Duran.
An underrated catcher too. He's a very good catcher.
He's very good hitting catcher too. Very good.
He's not hanging out in Dollar Tree parking lots.
Sure. Then they got Rafael Wilner Abreu. Like that. I'm going with. Like I said, I have no issue.
I have no issue with the Red Sox winning.
I think they were good last year, and they got significantly better.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm still taking the Rays second. Like I will take the Rays second because I think that staff and like the lineup is good enough to where I'm like, if they somehow like, dude, it's the Rays.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I don't disagree, but like
I'm gonna put the Orioles 3 because I hate their staff.
Oh,
I'm putting the Yankees 4. They don't have Garrett Cole. Dude, who and Luis Heel, is he gonna be the same thing? No. Nestor's still out there existing. I'm putting the Yankees 4.
Wait, Nestor got traded, didn't he?
Did he?
I'm almost positive Nestor Cortez got traded.
I'm gonna look that up now.
He's on the fucking Brewers, I believe. Yeah, he's on the Brewers.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was in the trade for Devin Williams.
Yeah. And I like Devin Williams, but I don't know what.
Oh man, and I'm torn. I'm very torn. I'm very torn.
You either have to put the Rays 4th and the Orioles 4th, or the Orioles 4th, if you want the Yankees to be 3 or 2.
Oh, I know. And I'm so torn.
And, like, we both hate the Orioles staff, but I think their lineup is good enough to cover it up a little bit. Do I think they're going to be good in the playoffs? No. Man. No, not at all.
But, like, the thing is that I gotta rely on Gunnar being Gunnar again. Big time. Adley took a step back last year. A big step back.
I would say if anyone's going to bounce back from that, it would be Adley Rutschman.
I hope so. But I don't know if I trust it. I don't know.
You don't know if you trust it?
I don't.
You don't want to trust it.
No, I do want to trust it. I want the Orioles to win the fucking division because what I want is I want the Orioles ownership to believe in this fucking core that they have. Because if this was the Dodgers core, the Yankees core, all of baseball would be in fucking trouble right now. Yes. All of baseball.
Well, because the spending wouldn't stop.
No, the spending wouldn't stop, and we would just be like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. They got 10 years of Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman and Colton Cowser and fucking, it would be just ridiculous. We'd be like, you gotta be kidding me. Their core is so good. And then they went out, and if it was the Orioles, or if it was the Dodgers, they'd be like, and we added Blake Snell, Roki Sasaki, everyone, and we'd just be like, fuck you. Like, it would be the evil empire.
I was very upset the Orioles didn't offer Snell.
No. Offer Snell, Corbin Burns, anybody. Like anybody of importance, I should say. Like,
I mean, and the thing is, I love Max Fried. Can he stay healthy?
I would go with yes.
I'm gonna go with yes with Max Fried
because he really hasn't had an issue staying healthy.
It's not an issue of like him missing 10 starts. It's like, does he miss like 3 or 4, and how does that hurt you? Because he normally gets like an oblique issue, I think. Like
he does get an oblique issue once in a while.
He's a skinny dude. Like he's a scrawny dude.
He is.
And he's a very good pitcher, and I love him. But like after Max Fried, what are you going with? You don't have Garrett Cole. Do you think Rodon's going to be the same? Like, are you counting on Rodon to get back to San Francisco form, or are you getting current Rodon?
I think you're getting what you got last year, a little worse.
Yeah, and you have no Cole. Like, no Cole is not coming back this year. Like, that's already out the window. And then after that, they still employed Tim Hill.
I mean, and Carlos Rodon last year, yeah, he was helpful. 3.96 ERA, 175 innings pitched. That's a great fifth starter.
Great fifth starter, but if he's going to be your
the FIP says he's going to be, or said he was around the same thing. Like, I don't like that at all. I mean, Luis Hill was great last year, but
I'm not counting on him to be that guy again.
I mean, he robbed my guy of the the rookie of the year.
He did. He's 25. Like
27.
Oh, he's 27. He's older than me.
Yeah, he's going into his age 27 season.
That's ridiculous.
He also led the American League. He led all of baseball in walks.
Oh, that's
Did you hear me?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, he had 77 walks. He led all of baseball in walks.
Jesus Christ, that's awful.
Ooh, his FIP is bad. He had a 3.50 ERA, a FIP of 4.14. Oh no!
And that's like what is he now without Cole? You got Fried. You got Rodon. I mean, do you know who else they still have? Marcus Stroman.
Which Stroman isn't bad as a fifth starter. Like,
well, that's the thing. The Yankees have two really good,
and then four number fives
as a fifth starter.
Like, oh man, and we haven't seen really good Marcus Stroman since 2021.
And it's like, what are you counting on here? Are you counting on Will Warren and Clark Schmidt to step up and be true threes?
And Clark Schmidt was good this year. Like, Clark Schmidt was really good.
Yeah, he was good. But
I mean, he's got to be your number 2 next year. But can he give you Can he give you the output of what you need from a number 2? I mean, 2 years ago he did throw 159 innings, which is still not prime what you need from 2.
Number. It's like a fifth starter.
I'd go 4, maybe even a 3.
You can go 4. Yeah.
Depends on what your rotation looks like.
I'm a little spoiled with pitchers having a lot of innings pitched.
You are.
So
You're a little spoiled there.
I got 2 guys that go 200 every year.
I'm gonna say it. The Yankees without Garrett Cole, their pitching staff reminds me a lot of my own St. Louis Cardinals pitching staff.
Yeah.
A bunch of number 5s. A bunch of number 5s.
Except for Max Fried, and in your case, it would be
Sonny Gray.
And both of them really good. We both like both of those guys. But everything else,
they need some help. They need some help. I think you've talked me out of the Yankees, and I'm like,
you're welcome.
But that bullpen is fucking nasty. They got Luke Weaver, Devin Williams, Mark Leiter, and then the lineup is just Austin Wells, the corpse of Paul Goldschmidt, Jazz Chisholm, which I do think Jazz Chisholm is going to be a lot better this year. I agree with that. I've got a Jazz Chisholm has a good year. Oswaldo Cabrera, third base. Volpe at short.
Also,
Jason Dominguez in left.
Maybe he'll finally get Rookie of the Year votes.
Cody Bellinger in center, and and Bellinger could be good this year with that short porch.
He could be really good. And it's I don't hate the lineup. I don't
know
like it. But
the thing is that
I hate the staff. I hate the staff.
I agree. But I also don't hate the lineup completely.
I mean, again, and I'm not saying I'm picking him fourth because I hate the Yankees. I'm picking him fourth because without Cole, that staff is terrible, and he's not coming back. And where do you go from here?
And then that lineup has zero protection for Judge.
Yeah,
there's nobody protecting Judge.
And would they? Could they make
out
the
for a while?
Could they make the playoffs?
Yes.
Absolutely. But given the information, given the evidence presented, I don't know. It's too much of a question mark for me.
Yeah, you don't
want to count him out.
I don't know. I do want to count them out because I hate the Yankees. But
I know, but you don't know if there's enough to count them out yet.
I know, and also like the other thing is I don't think they're. The thing is, I don't think they're done. Like because they're the Yankees.
I don't think they're done. But I'm just saying.
The reason I say that is like I think they could. I think at the deadline they could go sign a few people, or they could go trade for a few people. And I'm like, I don't think that's the right move, honestly. If I'm the Yankees this year, I'm seeing how the beginning of the season plays out, and if it just looks like it's just not going to be a year, punt. This year's a punt, in my opinion. And Yankees fans are going to fucking hate it because they're going to be like, we went to the World Series last year. You got cakewalked to the World Series last year. I'm sorry, like you had a cakewalk. You had to go through the Guardians and the fucking who else did they beat? Tigers. Like it was a cakewalk for Did they? No, it was the Royals. The
Royals.
Yep.
The Royals and the Guardians.
Yeah, which I was like, okay, those two teams.
And the Guardians had their worst pitching staff of all time last year.
They're not bad. Like those two teams were like good. They were baseball teams, and they were playoff baseball teams. They had no chance in hell of beating the Dodgers. There's a reason why I said Dodgers in 5 last year, and guess who was fucking right? Like
you were right.
I was like the Yankees will squeak one out, sure. But at no point during last year's World Series was I like, oh, this one's going to be close. I was like, no, the Dodgers are going to fucking steamroll the Yankees, and they did.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's the thing. Like we said at the beginning of the episode, the AL is a lot of mid. Like,
yep. You know what? I'm going Yankees 3. I'm going in the Yankees in the 3 hole. Yep, I'm going Yankees in the 3 hole.
So who's
but
your
I don't
4?
like it. But I don't like it. I don't like it. It's going to be so close. It's going to be within like 2 games, I think, between second and fourth. Like,
easily, yeah.
Oh, because I'm like, do I go? But I can't do it. No. Fuck it, I'm going Orioles 2. Orioles are going 2.
You're going to hate this when the Rays somehow win 102 games.
I know, especially when I'm the one who said it. I'm the one who said they're somehow going to win 102 games, and I'm picking them to be 4th, and I'm going to be like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I said it out loud. I put it into the universe, and the Black Magic Rays were like, yep, we're going to win 102 games this year.
Christopher Morel's going to hit 67 home runs.
Yeah. Shane McClanahan's going to have 32 starts, win the Cy Young, and have a sub-2 ERA.
He's going to win the Triple Crown this year.
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like,
it's going to be your fault.
Pete Fairbanks is going to be Class A from last year.
Except he doesn't implode in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's just, they're going to win the World Series, their first World Series, and I'm like, tell me that would not, I'm not going to lie, hang on. Scenario, Rays win the World Series.
Do not put that out there. Do not
win the World Series. Not in their own stadium. It's in the fucking spring training facility of not only that, they got home field advantage, so they win it in the spring training facility. That would be the most Rays World Series ever. Like,
it would be.
They spent zero money, period. And like they didn't even have a fucking stadium. And they won the World Series. Like they won it in the parking lot of a field. Like it's like they won the wiffle ball. They won it playing wiffle ball. Like it makes no sense.
Like, they were playing in a Publix parking lot, and they
fucking like they're going up. The Dodgers show up with Blake Snell. Blake Snell's like, "Where's the mound?" And they're like, "Right there." They're like, "That's a what do you call those things? Like the stops in a park when you're in a parking spot with the
a berm.
No, the concrete. Yeah, it's a berm. Yeah. They're like, "That's a berm." He's like, "Yeah, that's the mound." Where's home plate? Where's home plate? I'm like, it's the chalk square right here.
It's like, oh my god, slide.
You're gonna get asphalt burn.
You're gonna scrape all the skin off your leg.
Like the Dodgers are like, what the fuck? You guys play here? You're a Major League Baseball team.
It's like, yeah, it's the only place that would let us play.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Sandlot. It's like literally the Sandlot.
You're gonna be playing Game 3 in the Everglades. Like, watch out! There's a gator. There's a gator.
Like they have like every once in a while a bird will land on the field. There's gonna be a gator crossing fucking home plate, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
It would be an intimidating. It would be an intimidating atmosphere.
Instead of the bullpen cart, they ride out on a gator.
We saddle up.
Or actually, from the bullpen, they come out in one of those air fan boats.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? That's it. We're changing the name of the Tampa Bay Rays to the Tampa Bay Gators, and they're winning the World Series this year with 102 wins. And you know what they do after they win the World Series? They do the World Series ceremony at a
Waffle House.
Waffle House. Thank you. You knew exactly where I'm going. It's going to a Waffle House.
There's going to be a knife fight outside.
Yeah. Rob Manfred's getting stabbed. They're like, oh, and the winner of the... Oh, what the fuck? It's like... And they didn't even stab him because he's Rob Manfred. They were just like, I want some meth.
No, it's Florida. They were going after bath salts.
Yeah, exactly. My God. It's going to be the most Florida World Series ever, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Like,
it would ruin...
It would be epic.
It would be epic. Ruin every Yankees fan's life, too.
Yeah. Just like that team won the World Series in the most Tampa Bay Rays style possible. Like, not in their home ballpark. Not even a professional league. That's not even a fucking MLB team's ballpark. It is a spring training facility. And also, you couldn't name, like, if you're the average baseball fan, you couldn't name a single fucking player on the team.
And that would be a reasonable thing. Like, you couldn't name them.
If I walked outside right now and asked 100 people to name a person on the Tampa Bay Rays, I bet I got 3 people that answer a correct answer. I bet I get more Wander Francos than I get fucking actual answers.
You probably would.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, it's... In fact, do I do it? I'm going to text Sarah right now and see if she can name a single player on the Rays.
I'm going to do the same for Katie.
Let's
see what happens.
And you know what? I'm going to open it up. I'm not even going to say a single player on the Rays. A single player to play for the Rays, period. Like, ever. All right. Here's what I'm wording.
Okay.
And Sarah watches baseball. Like, not a ton, but she watches baseball. She's a Cardinals fan. So
Katie watches baseball a lot. So
Sarah watches baseball as well. Like, she knows all the positions. I don't think she could do a score. I don't think she could do a book, but like she knows enough to where like, all right, like we were talking. We can talk about the Cardinals. Like I talked about the Cardinals in 2013 with Michael Wacha, and he was like, oh yeah. Like she was able to like go back and forth. I was like, all right, cool. Like actually, I don't know. Yeah, Michael Wacha was on that team. Okay, so I said for a bit on the podcast, name a single player to ever play for the Rays.
Watch her come back with Longo.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, the only one I can think of is Longo. Like,
waiting to see if Katie has anything for me. So we'll see. We'll see in a little bit.
So you have it going Red Sox, Rays, Orioles, Yankees, Blue Jays.
Yes.
I got it going Red Sox, Orioles, Yankees, Rays, Blue Jays. And I don't feel comfortable with it.
Katie got me one. Josh Lowe.
Oh,
yeah.
She picked the other Lowe. I thought if she was gonna pick, it was gonna be Brandon Lau, but no.
She named another, DeLuca. I don't even know who that is.
Is that a Tampa Bay Rays?
If there's a DeLuca on the line,
you're bringing her as a guest. If that's the case, because I don't know who the fuck that is. I think she made someone up. Watch, we're gonna be really fucking stupid. Okay, no, she made that up.
Okay, yeah, but the thing is, it's believable.
Well, and also, wait, did you say that plays currently?
No, I just said any player.
Okay. So she probably didn't. Yeah, she probably took that as plays currently. I'd assume. All right. So I don't. Like I said, I don't feel comfortable with it.
Dude.
What?
Johnny DeLuca is a Rays player.
Currently?
Yeah, he's an outfielder. He might be in their minors system. He was traded there from the Dodgers.
Oh, I'm a fucking moron. He's their center fielder. He's currently the center fielder. Oh my god. I looked
She named two. She named two.
And the two people that owned a baseball podcast, that run a baseball podcast, did not even know who the second one was.
Yeah.
Johnny DeLuca of a fucking 217 at batting average and 609 OPS.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's hysterical. Wow. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that both of us were like, who the fuck is that? Anyways, now should we move to the Central or the West? What do you think?
Let's go West. Why not? We'll finish with the Central.
All right, so in the AL West, who do we have finishing last?
I'm going to go Angels, actually.
Yeah, I'm going Angels as well. Like, I want to believe in the Angels, but they made a lot of moves. They brought in Soler, like and Soler's been hitting the fucking cover off the ball this spring training.
Oh yeah, he has like 4 home runs, and all of them have been like 400 feet.
Yeah,
which is all he does.
Is very like whenever Soler hits the ball, it goes a mile. Like that motherfucker hits the cover off the ball when he makes contact. But the issue is he doesn't make contact often.
Yeah.
So
if it's a slider in the other batter's box, it's likely that he's swinging at it. But if you leave that in the zone, it's going 450.
It's going a mile. Like.
But yeah, I got the Angels last.
There are actually, like, this is the first year where I'm looking at the Angels and I'm like, okay, there's something to watch. Like,
it's not going to be unwatchable, but they're not going to be good. Like,
no, they're not going to be good. I mean, the rotation, Kikuchi is good. Anderson,
not good. Washed. He's washed.
Yeah. Soriano, no.
Soriano isn't
Kyle Hendricks washed as fuck. Kyle Hendricks is...
He's still alive?
Yeah.
Why did
And he is currently penciled in as their 4. Which
terrible.
I think is wrong. That's Reed Detmers is probably their 3 or 4. They got Kenley Jansen. When the fuck did they get him?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
So they got Kenley Jansen apparently closing, which give that role to Ben Joyce.
Please, I want to see 106-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Yeah.
I do not want to see Kenley Jansen as 93-mile-an-hour cutter.
Yeah. They got Logan O'Hoppe catching and Travis d'Arnaud. That's not bad.
I like O'Hoppe.
I like that.
I like O'Hoppe a lot. Also,
their first baseman,
but really good.
I've never heard of. Nolan Chanuel?
Oh, Shanuel. He's one of the guys they drafted and put in the MLB team way too early.
Yeah.
Like, rushed his development.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't have a first baseman, and now he's
the Angels do all the time. That's what the Angels have done consistently. Luis Rengifo, I like that. Johan Moncada at third. That is also counting out that Anthony Rendon comes back, because who knows? He could come back. No. I couldn't say that one was a straight face.
No, you can't.
Zach Neto at short. I like that.
I like Zach Neto.
Taylor Ward in left. Don't hate that. Center fielder Joe Adell, Mike Trout, right field, and Mickey Moniak is kind of mixing in there. Man, there's something to watch this year.
There's something to watch. However, I don't see it panning out.
I don't either. I think they're not going to be the White Sox. They're not going to be the Marlins. They're not going to be a team where you're like, okay, why are you playing baseball? Like, there's some pieces to watch. I don't think they did the right thing, because I think the team is just, they're so far out of it. They're just so far out of it that it's like, okay, you guys need to punt a few years to get the pieces, to develop the pieces through the minor league system, and then supplement that. Because right now, it's just like, it's just, you're spending a load of money with no real core.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you want to go first and then fill in?
Sarah just said, could not name a single player on the Rays.
That's
ever.
Fair.
Exactly. That was fair. Like, the only one that I'm like, okay, really can't remember, Evan Longoria. Like,
yeah.
But even then, Evan Longo is not like, if you're somebody who just casually watched baseball, like just turn it on for the playoffs or whatever, you probably have never heard of Longo then.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets interesting. And you're going to hate me. You know what? I think I'm going to do it.
You're going to put the Mariners there, aren't you?
I'm going to do it.
I'm not surprised. I mean, there's nothing to like about that lineup. The only thing that, like, okay, my 3 and 4 are like, they could be interchangeable. However,
that's kind of where I am as well.
Because, dude, the Mariners are going 82 and 82. Like, that's going to happen. And they're going to have the best pitching staff in baseball.
And the worst the worst lineup in baseball.
I'm actually going to put the Mariners 4 because I believe in the Athletics lineup more.
I do too.
I'm putting the Athletics 3.
I'm going A's 3 as well. I'm definitely doing it. I'm going A's in the 3 hole.
It's like, and the thing is, I love the Mariners pitching staff so much. Kirby, stud. Gilbert,
but I can't.
stud.
Man,
Castillo,
you know what? I gotta pull up.
Wu and Miller, both nasty. But who the fuck is gonna hit the ball? J-Rod's gonna start slow again. Because he always does.
And I don't know if I trust J-Rod that much. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't.
Oh, he's never even going to be a thought for MVP ever again. That was my worst pick.
I don't know about that. But, like, I don't see it. Like,
last year?
I know you picked him. Yeah. I know you picked him to win MVP, but, like, I don't see it. I don't see it playing out.
I don't either.
Like,
and you know what? Maybe them finishing 4th would wake management up. They are literally the only team in baseball that acts like they are in the Great Depression still. Yeah, and they're operating. They have the highest. They have the highest like pay
and I can tell you exactly like
income.
As like not even like they don't even need to spend money to get them. Sarah just said, didn't Carlos Pena play for them?
That's a mythical poll.
The mythical poll, and if she was right, I'm going to be like, she did! Holy shit! That's a mythical fucking poll. Oh my god. Yes, played for them 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons.
Holy shit.
Shit, actually 1 year when he was with them in 2007, won that and was 9th in MVP voting. And the year after that with the Rays, 9th in MVP voting.
Hey, Sarah. Damn.
Mythical poll.
Huh. That's crazy. Both of our girlfriends know more about the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah. And we run a baseball podcast. Like, we watch baseball consistently every single day. And we somehow were like, wait, Carlos Pena played for the Rays? And he did. For a lot, like, for a good chunk of time, and was 9th in MVP voting twice in a row for them.
Couldn't even name the center fielder. Katie names the center fielder.
Yeah, his current starting center fielder. Okay. And, back to the Mariners. The Mariners, I could tell you what they need to do right now. Right now. And they don't need to spend money. And they would be a good team. One of those 6 fucking starters you have. 6 that are ace-level starters. You have Logan Gilbert, Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Bryce Miller, Brian Wu, Emerson Hancock is your fucking 6. And Emerson Hancock last year, let's see. I guarantee it was under a fucking 3. Oh, fuck. Not Emerson Dickton. Apparently that was a guy. Okay, I was wrong. Emerson Hancock was not that good last year. But he's still nasty. I don't care what you say. If he's your 6, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
And also he's only 25. And he's also only 25.
5 had sub 2.5s. Like, and Bryce Miller added more pitches.
Yeah. Like, just why? Like, what? Show non-major. Yes.
Ship Luis Castillo back to the Reds and get What's his name?
And
Spencer Steer.
Okay,
please.
I'm not even that down on Emerson Hancock because like last year in AAA, he was in the PCL, which is if you escape the PCL with your forehead attached to you, you're good. He had a 3.43. Okay, that's good. Like that's really good for your sixth starter. I'm not that far down on him.
I want to be down on him.
I'm not up on. I'm not like he's not their fucking ace. But if he's your fucking 5, I'm not mad at that. Like he's not your what do you always call K'Wan Walker? Your
I say a lot about
scheduled loss. Scheduled loss.
Oh yeah, scheduled loss.
Scheduled loss. Yeah. He's not a scheduled loss. Like with your lineup, it's a scheduled loss. Yeah. Because if the pitching staff gives up more than a run, you're fucked.
Correct.
But like, yeah, if you trade right now, trade Luis Castillo. Like trade him. Ship him off, like you said, get a Spencer Steer, like get some semblance of a hitting. Like something. Like I get it. Seattle's somewhere where hitters go to die. You don't need a top 5 offense for this team to be a World Series. You need an average at best offense. Like if you put this team, if you
15th to like 18th ranked offense in the league,
and that's a World Series contender. Yep, World Series contending team. Not even like, and not. I wouldn't even quite like if they had the 15th best offense. I'm not batting an eye. I'm putting them in first place in the Central. Yeah. And likely, I'm putting them as the best team in the American League.
Yeah, no, I'd agree because it's like, what do you mean? Okay, say some miracle you win the West. What do you mean their first game starter is Logan Gilbert, game 2 is Kirby, game 3 is Bryce Miller, and if it reaches a game 4?
Well, no, and not only that, but likely if you're doing a shortened series, so you're in the 5-game series, you're piggybacking Brian Wu and Emerson Hancock off of those guys.
Yeah, every single day.
And not even, actually, I lied. If it's a 5-game series, you're going Logan Gilbert, Luis Castillo, George Kirby, and then you're piggybacking Bryce Miller or Brian Wu.
Either or.
Yeah.
And you're just getting straight fuck you stuff the entire time.
Yeah. I mean, you're piggybacking a guy in Brian Wu that had a 2.89 ERA with 22 games started.
And he was hurt last year. So he's probably going to be really good this year.
Like, oh. Okay, they're projecting Brian Wu at 3.46.
I'd hammer the under on
with
that.
130 innings pitched. Hammering the under on ERA.
Hammering the over on innings pitched.
Probably hammering the over as well. Yeah. Like,
you could see like easily 150, 160 there.
Yeah. Like, my God.
He's not going to be a 200 inning guy. But
No, just because based on he's going to be their 5. But you know what's funny? You trade him to the Cardinals or a pitching staff that doesn't have anybody, he's a 200 inning guy, and he's probably giving you 3 ERA. Like, he's an ace.
He is an ace.
It's just, the Mariners piss me off. So that's why I got them at 4.
Do piss me off.
Well, but here's the thing, though. That means I'm going A's in the 3, which, okay, that lineup fucks. Shea Bangaliers, Tyler Soderstrom at first, Zach Geloff, Gio Urshela, Jacob Wilson, Miguel Andujar, J.J. Bleday, Lawrence Butler, and Brent Rooker. I mean, the 2 in Brent Rooker and Lawrence Butler are what does it for me. I'm like, those two.
Well, because if you gave the Mariners that lineup, they're winning the division.
World Series team. Like, that's the team I'm going, okay, it's them and the Dodgers, like, is what I'm going with. Like, get that lineup. Like, and that lineup is not great. It's better than average.
And their pitching staff is the best.
So, but then that's where I have my issue with the A's. The pitching staff
is terrible.
Luis Severino, J.P. Sears, Jeffrey Springs, Osvaldo Bido, and Joey Estes. No, I can't do it. I'm pitching.
You're switching them back.
Pitching is my thing.
Yeah.
Pitching's my thing.
I love the Mariners staff so much. I hate the lineup so goddamn much more.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I'm like I have the Mariners finishing 82 and 82, and I do.
But I also could see the A's beating them. Like,
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. 3 and 4 there. It's like coin flip.
And I'm going to go even a step further. I'm going 1 through 4 is kind of a coin flip.
Yeah.
I'd say the Angels are the only ones where I'm like, yeah, they're
well, you need every single pitcher on the Athletics to have a career year, but
yeah, I think I got to go with the A's in the 4 slot and the Mariners in the 3.
I do think the A's get better. I do think the A's get better than they were.
I agree. I agree. They're better. However, they're definitely better.
I think we're both just so down on the Mariners lineup that we're just like, I could see them finishing 4th, and then we're like,
and I think it's just like our want, and it's our like want to punish them. Like same thing with the Orioles. How we're like, I want to punish you for wasting this shit. Same shit with the Orioles, where I'm like, yeah, I want to punish you. Like same with the A's. Mariners. Same with the Mariners. I want to punish you for having this insane pitching staff.
The Mariners and the Orioles. The Mariners and the Orioles would be the perfect marriage of pitching staff and lineup ever. Like that team. That team would win like 140 games.
Yeah, like that team. If they had that, I'd be like, holy fuck! Like again, it would be them and the Dodgers.
Yeah,
like it
the
would
Marin
be like
Orioles.
Who is? Yeah. All right, now this is where it gets interesting. The top 2.
I'm going Texas 1. I think they have a back. Rangers, I think they have a bounce back year. I think so too. I think they have a bounce back year.
I think so too.
I think Bangford
got fucked out of the Rookie of the Year. Absolutely hose job by the voters. They had the most WAR of any rookie in the American League, and they hosed him just because he had a slow start. And Luis Hill is on the Yankees.
I also do think that Evan Carter has a bounce back year.
I agree, and I think AG has a bounce back year. I think the entire team just has a bounce back year. I think that World Series hangover was something last year, and like
they were hungover until the season ended.
Yeah.
And DeGrom is back.
DeGrom's healthy, and he's looking nasty like usual. Mm-hmm. Which is just like the thing about DeGrom is like just keep him healthy, healthy. And and are we buying stock? Are we buying the stock?
Which stock are we talking about?
You know which stock we're talking about.
We're probably.
You know which stock I'm talking about.
We're probably buying stock.
His fastball's up to 99.
We're buying
his
stock. Buying stock.
Fastball's up to 99. He's looking nasty in the spring. Jack Leiter. Are we getting Jack Leiter from Vandy? Are we getting the Vandy Jack Leiter?
We're getting Vandy boys Jack Leiter.
And then not only that, Kumar Rocker was good last year.
If he comes up and kills it, then we got 2 Vandy boys on.
I looked at it and I was like, I hate this starting rotation. Then I looked at it, I was like, actually, I don't hate this starting rotation. Nasty Nate DeGrom.
I think Nasty Nate's gonna have a bounce back year too.
I agree. Tyler Mahle, John Gray, like Tyler Mahle and John Gray, those are good 4s in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think they get overtaken by Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter this year, and you're looking at now you're starting rotation: Jacob DeGrom, Nasty Nate, Kumar, Jack Leiter,
and I think
then Tyler Mahle, John Gray.
Kumar and Jack Leiter, I think you're gonna have like battling for 3, and. Given Jack Leiter's spring so far, fastball up to 99, all of his his pro stuff grades, been like above 120 on every pitch.
I know,
except for the one outing where his curveball was like 70. That one wasn't good, but everything else was nasty. However, since that, he had one outing. I think he was throwing a cutter. And then in his second outing, he didn't like how it felt, so he just cut it. He just stopped using it. And I was like,
I like it.
Do that.
I'm buying stock on Jack Leiter. I just am.
If he's actually figured it out, he's going to be a dream. He will be a excellent third starter if he's figured it out.
And even if he's not, even if he's a 4, that means hopefully Kumar Rocker still does good. Because he was good last year. Kumar was really good last year. What did Kumar Rocker throw up last year? 3.5?
I think so.
3.8. 3.86. Why did I feel like... Okay, it says he only threw 11 innings pitched. Why do I feel like he pitched a lot more than that?
There's no way he only threw 11.
That's what it says. 11 innings pitched. 11 2/3.
That's weird. Okay.
But then all throughout, last year he went all between the minors last year. Kumar had a 196. Ah, man. Yeah, I'm buying stock. And then, yeah. And, like, also, I think what the Rangers have shown that they will do is they will put their nuts on the table. Like,
Yeah.
if it looks like the trade at the trade deadline, they're in this. I think they go out and where they need the help is the bullpen. That bullpen is not good.
No, it reeks.
It's not
terrible.
Good.
It's terrible.
I mean, Spore's out on the 60-day IL, and he was their one where I was like, oh, that's a punch it in. They lost Jose Leclerc. Like, they're right now. I don't know who their closer is. Jacob Webb, Chris Martin. Like, oh man, that bullpen is Dane Dunning. Jesse Chavez is in their bullpen. He's only good with the Braves.
Jesse Chavez is going to be a Brave like in a couple weeks anyway.
Yeah, and then he's going to have a sub-2.
He's pushing like 40, so I don't know.
He's going to be on the Rangers. He's going to have an 8.8 ERA. Go to the fucking Braves and have a sub-2, and we're going to be like, how do they keep doing this to him? Yeah,
the bullpen sucks.
The bullpen is atrocious. But again, I think the bullpens are. It's hard to keep a consistent bullpen. So it's like, all right, what do they do at the trade deadline? If they go out and they add 3 or 4 back end bullpen guys, I'm not mad. Like they might not get the Devin Williams, they might not get the best closer in baseball, but if they get a good closer, I mean, they go out and they could go out and land a Ryan Helsley.
They could.
And all right, you throw a Ryan Helsley on that bullpen, and I'm like, all right, I look a lot better at that. Looks really nice.
Yeah.
And then the
lineup's nasty. I mean, that
lineup sucks.
And
Jonah Heim, Jake Berger. They added the Berger, Marcus Semien, Josh Young. Josh Young is finally healthy. Corey Seager, Evan Carter, Wyatt Langford, Leody Tavares, AG.
If Josh Young stays healthy the whole season and he can stick at third base all season, that dude is really good defensively too, and he just rakes.
And then they added Jock Peterson too, which I fucking love that ad.
You have right-handed and left-handed DH options in Jake Berger and Jock Peterson.
I love and Jock Peterson rakes against righties.
Yeah,
like can't hit a lefty to save his life, but fuck, can he crush a lefty or a righty?
Like the ball in Globe Life is gonna fly like 600 feet off of Jock's bat.
Last year, Jock Peterson had a 908 OPS. Yeah. Like, Jock can fucking hit.
Yeah. He can't do much else.
No. I mean, his career OPS is 811. Like, that's a really good hitter.
Him and Jake Berger are going to make a Whataburger very happy.
Yes, exactly.
in the Dallas Metroplex.
They're both going to be like, they're going to fuck, is there a righty or a lefty pitching today? Lefty. Jock Peterson's going to be like, woo! Whataburger! Exactly. And I think that them winning the division, in my opinion, says more about what the Astros lost than it does about what the Rangers are gaining and what are.
Well, I mean, and the thing is, the Rangers don't need a lot to turn around. They just needed to get over that hangover, and it has to be gone now.
Yeah,
and
at this point, it has to be.
And the Astros, it's like if their name isn't the Astros, they're not scary.
Well, and it's kind of weird because they're scared. Like they're good. They're not great.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. Because you look at their starting rotation. Their starting rotation is fucking nasty. Framber, Hunter Brown, Ronel Blanco, Spencer Arrighetti, Hayden Wesneski, Luis Garcia, Lance McCullers, Christian Javier, and JP France. It's like 10 guys that are all pretty good.
And that's the thing. Like they don't need a ton of guys in their bullpen because they can just be like, yeah, we're just gonna throw a couple starters in there and screw it.
Yeah,
figure out.
I mean, and they still got Josh Hader and Brian Abreu, which Brian Abreu figured it out, and Josh Hader
Josh Hader needs to get back on an airplane.
Yes, like it
was the sensitivity training that got to him.
Yeah,
him and Jaron Duran.
Like the pitching staff is good. Like bullpen and starting rotation is good. They're not like they're definitely the second best starting pitching or best pitching staff in the AL Central or AL West. I'm sorry.
No, still the Mariners.
The Mariners. Second best. I said second best.
Oh, I thought you said best.
Second best. Yeah. No, second best. The Mariners are clearly they're probably the best pitching staff in baseball.
Yeah.
But like, I would still put the okay. I would go Dodgers, Mariners above them, Phillies, Diamondbacks,
Braves.
But I'd put Braves and I'd put them in the same category.
You could put like Braves like 5A, 5B kind of thing.
Because, yeah, and that's kind of where I'd land.
The Astros have more depth. The Braves have an asterisk
higher ceiling.
And it's also like the injury concerns there are higher because now you have Spencer coming back with 2 Tommy John surgeries, and he's only 25, 26.
And you got Chris Sale, who is fantastic when he's healthy. But he's always been an injury concern.
Last year was a fluke where he didn't really get hurt.
No, and it shows like he's a weird one because like if he stays healthy, he is one of the best pitchers in baseball and always will be. But it's just like he just hasn't done that for a sustained period.
He hasn't been consistent at all.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I land the Astros like pitching staff. Like they're definitely top 10. Easily top 10.
Yes.
Like, you could argue 5th to 10th, I would say. Like, so they're, like, the pitching staff is not bad. And you know what? And the lineup isn't terrible either. Yainer Diaz, Christian Walker, Marcio Dubon, Isaac Fratis, which with that short porch is going to be nice.
You got the Crawford boxes. The Crawford boxes.
Pena, Altuve, Jake Myers, Chas McCormick, Jordong. Like, again, not like they're a top 10 lineup too. Like,
easily, and that's why we both have a second. It's like they're good. We just like the Rangers a little bit more. Like,
and it's just, but could they win the division? I can 100% see that too.
I could see it too.
Like, they could definitely win the division.
Like, I think it's just, I genuinely do think this division comes down to the final day again.
Yeah. And that's how I feel like with the AL East as well. Well,
I hope they play each other. I hope they play each other on the final day.
That would be epic.
Like,
that would be epic.
Winner take all for the division, final day.
That would be sick.
Imagine it's DeGrom versus Framber.
Oh. Well, and you know what? Actually, I don't want to imagine that because if that's the case, the Rangers are winning the division.
That's true.
I like Framber. I think he's an ace. I think he's a good pitcher. But it's Jacob fucking DeGrom.
It's Jacob fucking DeGrom. However, that being said, that would mean we would get an entire season of DeGrom healthy.
Hopefully, or that means he got hurt at the beginning of the season and came back.
I would love a full season of healthy DeGrom.
If we get a full season of healthy DeGrom, like
I'm gonna
need a lot of bottles of lotion. Yeah. If we get, let me just pull it up again.
There's a lot of confiscated baby oil.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to it's hard. Like that's the best way to put it. It's hard. He literally has the greatest strikeout to walk in baseball history. I mean, his baseball reference page is just gorgeous. Like, from 2018, actually, let's go 2017 to 2019, innings pitched, 201, 217, 204. His worst ERA in that time period was a 3.53. His best, 1.70.
We're doing it again, right? We're frothing over DeGrom.
I don't care. I mean, Oh, it's just so good. Like even last year, he only pitched in 2 games, but 1.69 ERA. He gave up 2 earned runs in 10 and 2/3.
Like let's think
Struck
about this.
out 14.
Let's think about this right now. If we get a full season healthy Jacob deGrom, I would like midway through the season, I'd be like, if he's at the midway point of the season, hasn't been hurt, I'd be like, I'm changing my Cy Young pick, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Because like right now, I have an idea of who I want to pick for the Cy Young, but if
I do
we
as well,
get
but that's
midway
given
through the season and deGrom hasn't been hurt and just looks like vintage deGrom, I'd be like, I'm changing it, and I think you'd change it too. I think you'd change it too.
My thing also is like, it's not like looks like vintage deGrom. There has never been a deGrom stepping on the mound healthy that does not look like vintage Jacob deGrom.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
There's just not. Like, if he's on the mound pitching, he is vintage Jacob deGrom. Like, there's no, like...
we have never
seen a regression where we're like, oh, yeah. No, not at all. Like,
there's no off switch.
It's... All right, we've frothed enough, I think.
Yeah. All right, well, that's the AL West. AL Central.
Who do we have in last?
Tigers are one. Who do we have in last? Is the biggest shock of all time.
Yeah.
The Chicago White Sox.
Yeah,
big shock. Don't watch a single game this year.
No.
At all.
No.
Unless they have that one, like, 6'7" lefty that throws 100 on the mound. Then you can watch that. But, like, otherwise, don't tune in.
6'7" lefty that throws 100?
Yes, they have one of those, apparently. I don't know where these, like, random, like, left-handed guys that throw really hard just spawn into Southside Chicago for some reason. It just happens. And
last year the White Sox won 41 games. We going over or under? I'm going under.
I'm going under. I think they're much worse.
Yeah. Yep. I think they definitely. I think they eventually do get trade away Lou Bob.
I think they trade away Lou Bob too. But I also think the haul they get for him is going to be a lot less than what they expect.
I think it's a lot less than what they could have got last year when we were screaming trade Lou Bob.
Oh, guess who just got a hit off of Scooble?
Who?
Bryson Stott.
Stott's gonna die.
It was a good one too. Opposite field, flared over the shortstop.
Oh my gosh, they don't have anybody.
You know what? That would be the bigger challenge. If I asked Katie and you asked Sarah,
name a current player,
name a current White Sox.
That's got it on it.
Katie's napping. I can't do it.
I'm doing it.
Can you name a current White Sox, please? He's gonna look at you like that team still exists.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they disbanded. Like, I'm looking at the team that they had last year and this year, and every player that is like notable is gone minus Lou Bob. Like, everyone. Andrew Vaughn. Is Benintendi still on the team? But he's not even he was not even notable last year. Eloy, gone. Tommy Pham, gone. Garrett Crochet, gone. Eric Fetty, unfortunately, gone. The reason I say unfortunately is because he's on my team. Michael Kopech, gone.
Closer on the Dodgers now. Apparently throws 100.
Yeah, the Dodgers. Because the Dodgers. That's why. Because. Yeah. I'm going over under on 41 games. I'm hammering the under.
They might not win 30.
Was 41 games? Did that break the record for most losses?
I think it did. I think it did. I think
you're right.
It was 121 losses. I think they're the worst team in baseball history. Scooble just threw a 91 backdoor slider.
Yikes. So, minimum 120 games. The 1899 Cleveland Spiders won 20 games and lost 134. I think worse in the modern era. 1916 Philadelphia Athletics won 36 games and lost 117. So they lost more. They lost more, but they had more games. Period.
Okay, so if I set the line at 35 wins for the White Sox this season, are you taking the under there? Say it's like plus 500.
I think so.
I would. I mean, because
so are we saying that they are going to have the least wins after having the most losses in modern baseball history?
Are they going easily? Like they legitimately were the worst team ever. Like that we have seen in like the last decade, and they got worse
by a lot,
which is really impressive. Like that is really impressive.
It is mind blowing to me. Sarah threw Corey Lee. Wait a minute!
Oh my God!
He was right. What the fuck? I didn't even know who Corey Lee was. Well, I didn't. I mean, I vaguely knew who he was, but like, and she was right on when came from the Astros. She just name dropped the guy with a 539 career OPS, a negative 1.1 wins above replacement. How?
I think you're gonna have to buy a ring.
I'm calling shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans. She had to have looked that up.
I'm gonna pistol whip the next man that says shenanigans. Oh, come on, you know that reference. Super Troopers?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I know you know that, dick.
So, we got fourth. AL West fourth.
Central.
Central,
Reds.
sorry.
Reds. I think.
What?
No, that's NL Central. Jesus.
I was like, yeah, what are you talking about? I was like, wrong. I think we both just like had a stroke. I think we both just did.
We both just had a.
I'm sticking with last year's fourth. I'm going Twins.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean,
you don't have to agree with me.
Well, because I'm trying to think what else we got there, and
Royals, Tigers, Guardians. I think all three of those teams are better than the Twins.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'd put the Twins at fourth.
Because what did the Twins do?
They lost Max Kepler, who's looked great for the Phillies.
Like the Twins are being a Twins fan has to be frustrating as fuck. Because like
they're essentially the Mariners.
Yeah, except for their pitching staff is not that good. They don't do anything at all. They have a good bullpen. Their bullpen is nasty. Their bullpen is their
bullpen. However, I do see most of those guys getting moved.
Maybe it could. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they're in fourth nearing the trade deadline, I think they're going to sell off pieces.
I mean, trade a Yohan Duran, you can get a giant haul for that.
You could get a giant haul for Duran.
Griffin Jacks.
Griffin Jacks.
You get a giant haul for that.
I would love to have Griffin Jacks.
Pablo Lopez, you could also get a haul for whatever fucking reason.
I want to know what his Cy Young odds are. If he's like top 5, I'm going to scream. I'm looking it up.
There's no way.
I'm looking it up.
Because last year he was like the favorite base. It was one of the favorites.
He was top 3. He was top 3.
Yeah,
last year.
I remember that. And I was like, he is not a favorite to win the Cy Young. I was like, I disagree with you. And you remember I went on a fucking rant on why he wasn't. Why he's not. I was like, he had a good year the year before that. And I was like, he's not that. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. Because last year he had put up a 4.08 ERA, which, who was right? Yeah, the people who run the baseball podcast. Yeah. I mean, and then the lineup is Ryan Jeffers, Ty France, Edouard Julien, Royce Lewis, which Royce Lewis, 2 true outcomes, home runs are hurt.
Yeah. The weirdest Correa. Two true outcomes ever. Yeah, Carlos Correa doesn't have knees anymore, so.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence, Or Larnach.
Larnach.
Nah. Larnach.
Yeah.
They got Bader, too.
Oh.
I mean, I see Bader playing some outfield. In fact, they got Byron Buxton playing center field right now. Put Harrison Bader in center field. Put Byron Buxton
as
in bubble
DH.
wrap.
Yes.
Bubble wrap him. Because he's electric. It's just he can't stay healthy. And that's how that entire team is. Like, I have no issue saying the Twins are in fourth place. Like, actually, I'm fairly confident in that.
No, I agree. Now, the next one is interesting. 3 is interesting because I could see that one going 2 ways. If the Guardians pitching staff bounces back this year,
it could very well go 3 ways.
It could very well go 3 ways. That's true. And that's why this is a very exciting. It's an exciting division,
which is crazy to say. The American League Central is exciting.
It's probably sneaky. It's probably the most exciting division in the AL.
I think they're all exciting just because,
you don't know what's going to happen.
No, it is a crapshoot of baseball right now. I feel like in the National League, we know what's going to happen in the American League West, at least in the one hole. The American League or the National League. Sorry,
West, yeah.
National League West. We're it's the Dodgers winning the division. The National League Central, you got a bit of a crapshoot there. You could go. I think you could theoretically go 3 different teams. And then the National League East, you're going with 2 different teams. If you have fucking common sense, or if you watch baseball. If you're an insane person, you go with 3 different teams because of one giant piece that was signed, which was huge, was gigantic. I'm not taking it away from them, but they don't have pitching. So
they have the worst.
Keeping that short at where it is,
probably in that division.
Yes, probably. Going with that though, that's the National League is very there's not a lot of toss up. The American League, you could literally mix up everything minus the White Sox being in last place, and I would not be shocked.
Correct. However,
that's the only lock is White Sox being last place.
However, I think that the Royals take another step forward, but I don't know how much of a step forward, but I still think they're third.
You go Royals third?
Yeah. And I wouldn't be shocked if they make the playoffs. I
gotta look up the lineup. I gotta look at the rosters for this one.
They're gonna have Pasquantino, but
Pass watches is something. His numbers are weird. He kills it in RBI, but then
they're trying Michael Garcia in the outfield now, so they didn't add a ton. I think Cole Reagan is going to be nasty, but
I think so too. And Seth Lugo was second in Cy Young last year.
That's not happening again. Come on.
Yeah, and
come on.
I was waiting for it all year, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. He never dropped off. I thought he was going to drop off the entire season, and he just never did. So I'm like, I don't know what to think about either team, the Royals or the Guardians. I just can't. I don't know.
Well, the reason I'm picking the Guardians second, because obviously we have the Tigers first. The reason I'm picking the Guardians second is because there is no way their pitching staff is that bad again.
And especially with the names on that pitching staff. Tanner Bybee last year was bad for him. Gavin Williams last year was bad for him. Ben Lively last year was bad. Tristan McKenzie, atrocious last year. And then they're getting Shane Bieber. Again. And they're getting Shane Bieber back too.
Okay, so how many bottles of lotion are you going to need if you get healthy Shane and healthy Jake the entire season?
If I get healthy Shane Bieber all season, the Shane Bieber that started last year with 2 fucking games in a row of 12 punch outs, yeah. Oh man. I mean, last season he only had 2 games started, but he struck out 20 in 12 innings pitched and had a .917 whip.
Yeah.
If we get 2020 Shane Biebs, Triple Crown winning Shane Bieber, dude, he had a 14.2 strikeouts per 9. And that's from a guy who doesn't throw that hard. Like Shane Bieber throws hard, but like he's not Spencer Strider.
No,
like,
he's not Spencer Strider. The elevated fastball is not 99.
No, he's 95 and just mixes shit and just shit. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. He walked one person last season in the 2 games that he started and struck out 20.
Look, man, all I'm saying,
he says no to walks.
If we get healthy Shane,
dude, take a guess what his ERA plus was in that 2020 season. Just
2020 season, what they got like 234,
273.
Jesus Christ.
He was almost 200% better than league average at pitching.
I mean, that doesn't shock you. Come on.
It doesn't, but it does at the same time because it's just like, what? That's stupid. That is like Barry Bonds numbers for pitching. I think.
Okay, how much?
But the Guardians, but then that lineup fucking sucks.
And they got rid of Andres Jimenez.
I know, and they got rid of Josh Naylor. Wait, the first baseman Naylor.
Josh, yeah.
Yes, Josh Naylor. Yeah, Bo Naylor's the catcher. I'm an idiot. He went somewhere. But they lost him. Where did Josh Naylor go? How is he a Canadian? That makes no sense.
He's too much of a psychopath to be a Canadian.
That's what he went to the Diamondbacks. They lost Josh Naylor. I mean, they got Austin. They still have Carlos Santana playing first. They have Carlos Santana playing first base.
Well,
they got Joe Ram. They got Joe Ram. They got Steven Kwan. Kyle Manzardo, I expect to have a pretty good year. Like, Big Christmas.
I like Big Christmas.
I do too, but I don't think he's that good. Like, he's got power. He's got a lot of power.
That's pretty much all he has.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And then I look at the Royals and I'm like, I don't know what to go with them either. Because, like, all right, pitching staff. Cole Reagans, which nails. Seth Lugo, I expect to take a step back. Michael Wacha has been begging for a step back for the last 10 years, it feels like. But he keeps doing it, so I'm gonna continue to say, all right, fine with him. Mike Lorenzen, Kyle Bubic, bullpen, Lucas Erceg, Carlos Estevez, which they're nasty. And the lineup, Salvi, I like Salvi. Vinny Pasquatch, Jonathan India, I like that. I actually do like the pickup of Jonathan India.
I like the Jonathan India pickup. It'll make the team better overall.
Michael Garcia, Bobby Witt Jr., which if you hate Bobby Witt Jr., you're not watching baseball. MJ Melendez, Kyle Isbell, Hunter Renfroe. Oh, fuck. This is so close. I'm gonna mix you up though. I'm going Royals too.
That's fair. Because it's like that really could go either way. But I just trust the Guardians pitching staff too much.
But their pitching staff was terrible last year.
There's no way they're all going to be terrible again. You know that. It's the Guardians.
I agree with you. But also, that Guardians lineup is fucking atrocious.
And they were fucking incredible last year.
They were incredible last year, but a lot of why they were incredible is now gone.
That is fair.
Like, I mean, they got Carlos Santana playing first base. Come on, man. Come on. What did he hit last year? 238 with a 748 OPS. Like, that's your guy at first base? That's who you chose? I mean, minus J-Ram, which is... J-Ram's great. Can't say anything bad about J-Ram. But minus him, fuck. Even David Fry was huge on their team last year. He's on the 60-day IL to start the season.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm looking through. They haven't released Cy Young odds on FanDuel yet. Okay. Emmanuel Clase's regular season strikeout totals over 63.5 is minus
Holy
115.
fuck.
Under 63.5, minus 105. You really think Class A is not going to strike out 64 people?
Oh, I thought it was 64%.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let's see. How many did he strike out last year?
Oh, let's see what Pablo Lopez is.
66 strikeouts last year for Emmanuel Clase. That's fair.
Okay, that's a fair number. Okay, pull up Pablo Lopez's stats real quick.
Sure, I just had him up a second ago.
This one's really gonna piss you off, actually.
All right, go ahead.
How many strikeouts did he have last year?
198.
Oh, that's actually more than I thought it was.
He gets a lot of strikeouts. That's the thing. He gets a lot of strikeouts. He just gives up a lot of fucking hits, too.
Well, then I guess this makes sense. His over is set at 181.5.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay,
I mean, he's not a bad pitcher. It's just the slobbering over him being a Cy Young pitcher was my issue with him.
You want to guess what the Reapers are? What his over-under is set at? Take a guess.
663.
96.5.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. What?
Over
Holy fuck.
96.5 is minus 113. Under is also minus 113.
I didn't realize how many fucking people he struck out last year. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. He struck out 104 batters? Holy shit. When Clase only struck out 60, the guy who got second in Cy Young voting as a reliever struck out 66. And, okay. Mason Miller had 65 innings. Holy fuck. So, Clase had 74 in the third innings pitched with 66 strikeouts. Mason Miller had 65 innings pitched with 104 strikeouts.
Striking out close to two guys.
Okay. Clase is clearly a better closer. Yes, not arguable right now in the game. If I wanted to close the ball game out, I'm going Clase. I mean, because Clase, I guess, doesn't walk anybody either. 1.2 to what's Mason Miller's walk? Yeah. So that's Mason Miller's issue is he walks too many people. I'm going Clase for sure as a better closer, but dog, if I was going to go who's more dominant, I'm going Mason Miller.
Yeah.
Which is hard to say because Clase still throws fucking 100 and has the nastiest cutter ever.
Yeah.
But, Mason Miller, that fastball is just fuck you. And then once you think you got the cutter or the fastball, the slider comes and it's also fuck you.
Yeah. And I think he added another pitch this year, so.
I think he was adding a changeup was my thought. What I heard.
Well, they needed something for lefties.
I guess. Or you could just throw the fuck you 104.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got Royals just because I trust that lineup a lot more than I trust the Guardians. Because minus J-Ram, that lineup just atrocious is an understatement. I can't begin to fathom how bad that lineup is. Yep. Okay. Well, we lost Brendan for a second. I will update you guys on all of what we've said. So Brendan went for the AL East: Red Sox, Rays, Orioles, Yankees, Blue Jays. Shows a lot of hate he shows a lot of hate towards the Yankees. Then for me, I went AL East, Red Sox as well, Orioles, Yankees, Rays, Blue Jays. I think we both have the same opinion. The Rays, we don't know you just never know what to think with the Rays. The Rays are a baseball team, and they just They have some kind of deal with the devil where they never lose. They never have a losing season, but they also can somehow, with nobody on their team that anybody's ever heard of, win 95 ball games. So that's kind of where that is. The Blue Jays, they just need too much to bounce back for them to not be in last place. AL West, we both went Rangers, Astros, Mariners, A's, Angels. No mix-ups there. I mean, we were high on we were both high on the Mariners pitching staff, but again, that lineup is just mind-blowingly bad. Is the only way to put it. They're bad. Like that lineup is probably going to be the worst lineup in baseball. Well, there is the White Sox, so I don't know, but they're going to be down. They're going to be up there for a team with that good of pitching, with that good of a pitching staff. It is a crime for them to be that bad in the lineup. With that, there's also the A's. The A's, it was weird because they won a lot more ball games last year than I thought they would, and they weren't. I mean, they were pretty good. It's just that pitching staff is not good. They need more in the pitching staff, but I still would not be surprised if they snuck in third place or something like that. The Astros, we're both kind of in the same boat where we could see them winning the division, and they're the safe pick to win the division, but we don't pick safe picks here. We like to see chaos. So that's why we got the Rangers winning the division. I think that entire lineup just had the worst World Series hangover ever, especially if they get a full season of healthy Corey Seager. Get a full season of healthy Corey Seager, they're good. You get Marcus Semien to bounce back instead of just being good defensively. He was third. He's been third in MVP twice in his career. Like, the guy is a good hitter, a good player. Just for some reason, last year was not okay. Same with AG. AG was atrocious last year. So I think we get bounce backs from them. And then
what
in AL Central,
about?
I just was recapping everything that we
okay.
Recapping our choices. And then last, we had the AL Central. We both obviously had the Tigers winning the division, which, hang on, we didn't even get the slobber on the Tigers roster a little bit. Because the Tigers did not win the division last year, but they did make the playoffs, and they did knock out the Astros. And oh man, their starting rotation is not bad, dude.
I know.
Last year it was Tarek Skubal and pitching chaos. This year they actually have a starting rotation.
Yeah.
Like a good starting rotation. I mean, Skubal in the one, which, come on.
That's obvious.
Come on. That guy, oh yes. Loving it. Absolutely fucking loving it. Like, oh, hang on. Tell me this, like, this is not, give me a healthy Tarek Skubal for Cy Young race. Give me a healthy Skubal, DeGrom, Shane Biebs, all season. Oh my God.
I think you'd explode.
I would implode. Like, I would die. I'd just be like, there's no way we're getting all of this year.
Also, Casey Mize is good.
Casey Mize is not bad, especially he's your 5. Then you go Jack Flaherty, Reese Olson, and Jackson Jobe, if you want to have some fun, take a look at Jackson Jobe's stuff. Like, Jackson Jobe is fucking nasty.
Okay, hold on. I think I have AL favorites for Cy Young right now. Tarek Skubal plus 350 is the one. 2 is Crochet plus 370. Then it's Cole Reagans at plus 1,000. Then Gilbert plus 1,200. Garrett Cole you can scratch. He was plus 1,400.
For those people who put that bet in, they're pissed.
You want to guess who number 6 is?
6?
Mm-hmm.
If you tell me it's Jackson Jobe, I'm going to think you're nuts.
No, it's not Jackson Jobe. It's worse.
Oh. It's worse. Pablo Lopez.
Yeah.
Can I wish there was a way I could bet the under on where he would finish in Cy Young voting. Because if they put him in the 6th spot, I'm betting the under.
Do you want to guess who's after him? It's gonna piss you off.
George Kirby.
Well, he is
obviously under him.
He is,
which is ridiculous. I think that's stupid. Luis Castillo, go ahead.
Directly underneath him, with the exact same odds, like exact same, both plus 1,800, is Jacob fucking deGrom.
Can I hammer that? Like,
if we get healthy, Jacob deGrom, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Plus 1,800 for Jake deGrom. And then after that, George Kirby at plus 2,000, Framber plus 2,200, tied with McClanahan. Hunter Brown.
That's a sneaky one. That's not bad.
No, because Hunter Brown has looked good. So
he has looked really good, and last year he looked like he was breaking out.
So one that you should absolutely not take, Gray Rod plus 5,000.
Yeah, no.
And then this is a 20-man list. Brian Wu is the last one at plus 5,500, which realistically it's not happening. But
just based on the team, if you traded him to another team, let's say he got traded this offseason, I'd take that bet.
Yeah,
I would take that bet. Because he's just not going to get the innings pitched. Like, he's just not on the Mariners.
No.
Any other team, he probably would.
Yes. The NL Cy Young odds are just crazy. I mean, you got Skeens is plus 200.
Skeens is being the favorite is mind-blowing to me just because he's a rookie.
Well, and the next closest is Wheels with plus 600.
Yeah, Wheels should be the favorite because he's just been there, done that fucking 54 times. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, back to the Tigers pitching staff. Dog. Jackson Jobe, I'm hammering Jackson Jobe for Rookie of the Year. I'm putting my life savings on that shit.
That's fair.
His expected ERA last year, 2.47. Expected batting average, which he only had two games pitched, 4 innings pitched. So very, very low. But his average fastball velo was 97. That's tipped up. He's looking like he's closer to 100 in the spring training. He's fucking disgusting. Okay, you look at his baseball reference. Last year in Double-A, 2.32. Between all the minor leagues last year, he was a 2.85 ERA. In 2023, 2.95 ERA. And then in 2022, which he was only 19 years old, 3.84. He's only going to be 22 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Are you on his Savant?
I looked at his Savant. It's pretty much blood red minus chase whiff, but it's like these are so he had such limited numbers that.
But the movement profile on his pitches is wicked. Super consistent in the zones he's throwing them. That sweeper breaks a ton too.
Yeah, I like it. We were high on the Tigers last year. I'm so high on the Tigers this year.
Yeah.
I mean, as well. They took a step back is I think their bullpen took a step back.
I agree.
I think the bullpen took a step back, but the starting rotation took a step forward and the lineup took a step forward.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. The bullpen was where they were the strongest last year. Because like we said, at one point at the end of the season, they were just like, we're going to go Skubal, pitching chaos. And it fucking worked. Like, now they're going to be able to go Skubal, Jack Flaherty, Reese Olson, Jackson Jobe, Casey Mize, pitching chaos. Like, I'm not mad about that. You're actually giving me a good 5 minutes. You're giving me Casey Mize in the 5? Or Jackson Jobe in the 5? Okay. I'm not mad. That's a rookie. That's a 23-year-old kid.
Yeah. And a
23-year-old kid who throws 100.
It helps.
Yeah. And then they got lineup Jake Rogers. I think Colt Keith takes a step forward. I think he does. I
agree with that.
Colt Keith, I think they added Gleyber Torres. I like that. I like that ad. Jace Jung. They have Javier Baez at shortstop. It's going to be Trey Sweeney.
Yes.
which is not good. That's not a good shortstop, to be fair. Like, there is no good option there.
No.
Riley Green, stud. Juan Steele Perez, I like it. Kerry Carpenter, crushes.
Kerry Bonds.
Kerry Bonds against righties, but cannot hit a lefty to save his life.
Kerry Carpenter is like Jock Peterson that can play the field.
Yeah, basically.
If he's healthy, Kerry Bonds is gonna mash righties. Like,
just never hits lefties. And you know what? Maybe he takes a step forward and finally starts to figure out at least to hit league average against lefties.
That would be nice. I love Kerry Bonds. What a guy.
And then they're gonna put Torque either at first base or DHing. Do we get
rookie Torque?
30? Yeah. Do we get 30 bombs Torkelson? He just has to.
I don't know if I'd say 30. I'd say 25.
I just feel like he has to, just because that name. Just 2 years ago in 2023, he hit 31. Like, I get it. Last year he only hit 10. But the name Torkelson just screams home run hitter.
Yeah, get torqued.
Yeah, like in the minor league. I mean, he's still okay. If you put his minor league numbers in, he hit 21 homers.
That's why I'm going in between. I'm going 25.
I want to see it. I want to. Because you give me 30 bombs, Torkelson, the Tigers win the Central easily, and are a scary team.
By like 10 plus games, I'd say.
Yeah, and they're a scary fucking team with that. Like, yeah. You tell me Spencer Torkelson hits 30 bombs, Colt Keith takes a step forward. They added Gleyber Torres. He just does Gleyber Torres things. He doesn't have to be great. Just be good. Be slightly above average like he is. And then you got Riley Green, who is a stud. I like it. I think we're going to see some magic in Comerica this year.
I agree. I would 100% agree.
This has been a long fucking episode.
Well, we hadn't recorded in like 3 weeks, so.
I feel like it's been longer than that, actually.
It probably has been.
I haven't posted on our Instagram for a while.
You're going to have to make a meme and post it.
I have to do
Baseball
a lot.
Season's almost back. You know what that means.
Ranting like usual. And my dog staring at the wall for whatever reason.
Hell yeah, Marshall. You get that wall.
Well, we didn't have a lot of disagreements. It's kind of funny, our biggest disagreement was AL East. Just because you want
it's such
just because you want a Yankees hate so hard.
That's normally your department.
That is true.
It's gonna be real funny when we're on the NL like tomorrow, and you go on like a hour-long tangent about the Cards.
Oh, I'm not talking about them. They're not a baseball team anymore.
That's fair.
I'm getting my tattoo removed.
Replace it with the Philly Fanatic.
No. I did love that post. I was trying to make the same one that you posted on your story, the how it's going to sound soon. Every fucking time they have a pitcher who goes 5 fucking innings, and then some idiot comes and blows the fucking game. Like, I was like, that's going to be me in a matter of a couple weeks.
You're going to watch Sonny Gray put up like 6 or 7 shutout innings.
No, I'm not actually. No, I'm not, because I'm not going to watch the Cardinals.
You're boycotting?
I am fucking boycotting. Because what they should have done.
You're going to have to save this for another episode, dude.
No, I'm not. They should have sold everybody. Every fucking piece. Eric Fetty, Sonny Gray, Fred Bird,
the Bush naming rights.
Hot dog vendor, Bush naming rights, everything. They should have sold fucking everything. We should have been competing for the White Sox to be the worst fucking team in baseball this year because our farm system is so fucking trash that we have nothing. So that's why I'm not watching the Cardinals this year.
Is Jordan Walker
because
still
John
alive?
Moe was last. Yes, unfortunately, that's me. Yes.
Can he hit a baseball?
No.
I
He's
thought
very
he
strong.
was supposed to save the sport.
No, he's Dylan Carlson 2.0.
Ugh.
Yeah. Where they said this guy's going to be the next Albert Pujols, and I'm like, stop throwing that name out.
It's disrespectful at this point.
It is. It's disrespect. It's Albert fucking Pujols. You can't, until I see a guy come up and win back-to-back MVPs, you can't say he's the next coming of Albert Pujols.
Hey, at least you got Brendan Donovan. That was fucked up. I'm sorry.
Come on, man. Come on.
Just kicking a man while he's down.
Exactly. Kicking me while I'm down, and it hurts. Like this, you know how it is. You remember when the Phillies were terrible?
Yes.
Except for at least when the Phillies were terrible, they bought into being terrible, and then they built a good team. My team was like, John Moe, this is your last year. Don't have the worst season ever. And he was like, okay. And I'd been like, no. The good thing for the future is you just dismantle everything. Like I said, we're selling, but like Budweiser is rebuying the team for $3.
I mean, that would probably be an overvaluation.
Sell Fredbird. What else does Bush own? Or do they own?
Corona. They own Corona.
Oh, well, Bush. That's Budweiser that owns them. I want to know who owns Bush Stadium and all that. I don't.
Well, probably the brewing company.
Cardinals.
Bush. Yeah.
I don't. No, they don't own them. They don't own them anymore. It's it's the DeWitt brothers, of course. I'm an idiot. Yeah, they should have just sold everything. Like everything. Like children, doesn't matter. Like all of the players' children, sell them. Like they should have sold off
legal reasons. This is a joke.
Yes. What I really meant to say is they should have traded away every single piece, every good piece that they have, and we should be competing with the White Sox for the worst team in the division. Or in the league. Because the farm system is atrocious, and it's going to take a miracle to save it.
Well, at least you have Tink Hence. Oh, come on. He's not bad.
I'm done.
He's not bad.
Done. Yes, he is.
Okay, he's bad. Okay.
I'm going to bring up Taijuan Walker. When Taijuan Walker makes a start, I'm texting you every time this year because of this episode.
Well, yeah, I mean, I figured that was going to happen anyway. It's not like I could really ever do anything about that.
True.
Happy scheduled loss day. I'm like, I know. We should fire him into the sun. Yes, I know. I'm aware. I say it more than you, but...
True.
Taijuan Walker, get ready to learn the Bronx, buddy.
That might actually happen.
I wouldn't be shocked.
That really might happen.
It actually might make me put the Yankees below the Blue Jays.
If they add Taijuan Walker?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It would be funny to see the Yankees finish last.
It would be.
When is the last time the Yankees have finished last?
I have no idea.
Take a guess.
Is it going to be like 2017?
No.
Could be.
I think it was way before. I mean, I know they had a few bad years.
Oh, Kirk.
I'm gonna guess like the. Holy shit!
When was it?
You were way off.
How many years was I off? Like decades.
5 decades.
It's been that long?
1966 is the last time the Yankees have finished last.
Oh, they have it too good. They have to finish last.
Which, the last time they'd finished last before that was 1912.
Yeah, they've had it too good.
Yeah, I think so. I think... You do have them finishing 4th.
If they add Taijuan Walker, it's going to be 5th.
Here's where it happens. this is how the Yankees finish last. Not wishing this, just for clarification. I'm not wishing this.
We are not wishing anyone's like actual downfall on them yet.
Yes.
That happens because when the first pitch happens.
Like how this actually happens. How this actually happens, Aaron Judge starts the season, out for the season. Like, tears an ACL, whatever. Like, he's out for the season. If Aaron Judge is gone, like, out for the season, they could finish last.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly really could see that happening. Like, if they lost Aaron Judge, I'd honestly pick them almost for favorites to lose the division.
I would.
I mean, the only reason I couldn't is because the Blue Jays are the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Like,
the only team that arguably improved in that division, like, really with all their additions, is the Red Sox. Everything else really stood the same. The Rays just got healthy, so they didn't really add anything.
Yeah.
The Orioles regressed pitching-wise, so... And the Blue Jays kind of just stood there, and they were like, yeah, sure, Jeff Hoffman, save us.
Yeah. Pretty much. Which was a weird one, especially after failing 2 different physicals.
Medicals. Yeah.
Yeah. With
the Braves and the Orioles. I think he failed two separate ones with one team, and then one with another 2.
That's concerning.
And it wasn't just, it wasn't like elbow, it was shoulder. So.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
equally concerning.
Yeah, neither are good. Shoulder is harder to fix. I think it's harder to fix because it's like it could be so much in the shoulder. The elbow, obviously, you can go in and repair the ligament.
Like, yeah. It's just it's more complicated than the shoulder. But I feel like the shoulder, you can recover better from.
You can recover better from it, but if something's really wrong, something is really wrong.
Yeah. That's the only way the Yankees, I think, lose it all. But it could happen because Aaron Judge has spent literally years on the IL.
Yeah.
Which our group chat is going to be toxic if that happens.
Oh my God. Cam might get arrested.
Yeah, probably. If all of a sudden we get a tweet that comes out that says Aaron Judge out for the season in like June,
Cam's going to prison.
Yeah. And it's going to be because like he was out front of JT's house
with fireworks.
Yeah. At like 2 a.m.
Domestic disturbance. just absolutely blasted out of his mind.
And then what'll be hilarious is he's going to be like that, freaking out that much, and all it's going to be is that the Blue Jays finish 4th.
Yeah. He's going to move him up one spot, and he's going to be like, well, the Mets finished better too. It's like, yeah, well, okay. And? How much better?
Also, I don't know if the Mets finished better this year.
We'll see. That pitching staff is gross, so we're going to have to talk about that in another episode. Not like gross complimentary. I mean just gross, nasty, like makes you want to vomit.
Yeah, Mets fans are a little delusional at this point. But they were last year, and they did prove us wrong a little bit. I'm not going to lie. They did prove us wrong.
Yeah, but I also wouldn't take any starter on their team for anything at this point. Shit, they might add Taijuan Walker back. That would be funny. That would be really funny. All right. We're starting to get off topic.
We haven't been off topic, like usual.
Yeah, that's standard.
Oh, we got Kodai Senga.
All right. Forgot about him. Not opening day starter, though.
Apparently.
Clay Holmes!
Watch us be, like, so wrong, and Clay Holmes throws 200 innings at a sub-2, and we're like, what the fuck?
No, they'd need to investigate that immediately.
Yeah, I'd be like, steroids, juice ball, or, like, something. Spider tack, all of it.
He's absolutely cheating. I don't know how, but you're going to have to figure it out, because there's no way.
They just suspend him for 60 games. They're like, fucking why? He's like, He's obviously cheating. We don't know how, but he's clearly cheating.
We're gonna prove it.
Yeah.
We don't know how yet, though. It's the problem. We're confused.
All right. Let's end it there. Long episode. We probably will do the same shit for the National League, I'm sure, because
it honestly
it's been a while.
Might be longer. It's
True.
the National League. It's
might be
our league.
True. Like and share on social medias. If you've been listening this long, then you know where to find us.
And
if not, point, everything the Baseball Diaries or the BB Diaries. Yeah, if you actually do listen to this episode, God bless you, because oh my God, we have nobody. We have really screwed the pooch on this one.
Hey, look, man. We just got to get a big break. We just need Jared.
Yeah. What we need is a staff is what we need. We need someone who edits these videos, who isn't a full-time lawyer at the same time, with a child on the way. Like,
yeah, we had someone. Anyone say congrats to him.
Yeah, true. Thank you. Yeah, if we had somebody just to edit these videos and upload this shit, it'd be so much better. Because then I don't have to do this in my zero non-existent spare time.
Yeah, he's going to get even busier.
Yeah, very much. I'm going to be doing the episode with a child in my hand soon.
Going to have her do predictions.
And she's somehow going to be better than we were.
She might.
I'm going to ask her, can you name a single player on the Rays?
Just like anyone that's ever played for the Rays, and she's going to pull out like the current Mets hitting coach or something. You're just going to be like,
who plays for the White Sox? She'll be like, pick out some random name.
Basically, you could just say Cam, and we'd be like, yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right. Later, everybody. Thanks for being here if you're here.
If you're here. Guy in Switzerland, shout out you.
Yeah. Shout out to the guy in Switzerland.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, everyone.
All right. Peace.